Good morning. I hope you are all well. We are starting online coaching. Myself, Mrs. Meena, I am going to take history for 7th standard. History means you can understand that man, society, God, celebration of festivals, customs, traditions, practices, all these things. But when you observe in the society, you will find a group of people celebrating in a different way. And these things, it varies from region to region, state to state, and country to country. Why this is so? Because they follow different religions. Children, you know the major religions of the world. Today I am going to teach you about one of the major religions of the world, that is rise and spread of Christianity. This is the first chapter, rise and spread of Christianity. In this chapter I am going to cover introduction to Christianity, birth of Messiah, life of Jesus Christ, and the teachings of Jesus Christ. We'll go one by one. First one, introduction to Christianity. See, Christianity is a very popular religion all over the world. Many countries will follow. This Christianity, we consider it is a monotheism. See, this word, I have split the word. Mono means it is single or one. Theism means worshipping of God. Monotheism is the religion which believes in only one God. We call it as monotheism. And a person who believes in one God, we call it as monotheist. Related to this, in some religions we'll find this worshipping of many gods, and this one we call it as polytheism. And the example for this polytheism is Hinduism. Christianity is monotheism. The opposite of this is the polytheism. So this is the picture of a Jesus Christ. He was the founder. See, you may be wondering, before the starting of Christianity, the particular place, that is now it is called as Israel, there which religion was existing? See, before the starting of Christianity, here this Judaism was existing, and see, you can see the symbol of Judaism also. It is an interlocking of the two triangles, and Judaism, that is also one of the major religions in the Middle East, and the people who follows this Judaism, we call it as Jews. The particular place, that is the whole Jerusalem, is the holy place for both Christians and the Jews. This holy place, I told you, it is in Israel. See, in all the religions you will find the sacred books, and here in this, I told you, in the same area both the religions have started. So the holy book for this religion is the Bible. So Bible is the holy book of the Christianity, and it is a holy book even for the Judaism. This holy book consists of two parts. First one, Old Testament, and the second one, New Testament. Now we will see what is there in the Old Testament and in the New Testament. Old Testament. In this Old Testament, we find the teachings of Judaism, gods of Jews, and it is also mentioned the birth of Jesus. And this Old Testament is also called by another name, that is Tanakh, or the Hebrew Bible. Next is the New Testament. This is the second part. Here also we observe that life of Jesus Christ, teachings of Jesus Christ, and the Gospels. Gospels are nothing but the first 4 books in this New Testament are called the Gospels. These Gospels were written by the disciples of Jesus Christ. And the disciples means that they are the students or the followers, and the Gospels were also mentioned in their names only, that is Gospel of Matthew, Gospel of Mark, Gospel of Luke, and Gospel of John. These are all the first 4 books that is mentioned in the New Testament. So I told you in the Old Testament the birth of Jesus Christ was given, and that was written in the New Testament also by their disciples. And here Jesus Christ was born in a place called Bethlehem, that is in 4th BCE. BCE means before Common Era. His mother was Mary and the father was Joseph. And this Bethlehem is very near to the Jerusalem, and Jerusalem is in Palestine. And the Palestine was ruled by the Roman emperor, and the Roman emperor when Jesus Christ was born was the Augustus Caesar. See, birth of Messiah. It was mentioned in the Old Testament, the birth of Jesus Christ is called the birth of Messiah. Messiah means one who is anointed or appointed by God. The Christians consider Jesus was Messiah, whose birth was mentioned in the Old Testament. The Christians worship Jesus as the Son of God or as God incarnate. God in the incarnate means God in the human form. See, next teaching is the life of Jesus Christ. See, this life of Jesus Christ, the beginning or the childhood of Jesus Christ, we do not know much about it. But we know that his father was a carpenter, and he spent his childhood in Nazareth. Nazareth is a place in Israel, and as we do not know much about his childhood, on growing up he became a carpenter like his father. So you can see the picture of this woodwork, that is only the carpentry work. Yeah, when he was free, he also used to read Jewish scriptures, that is the holy books. This enabled him to see religion in a new way, because he found that many religious practices that people observing were different from holy book. The people, they are practicing certain things in the society were different from the principles that is mentioned in the book, holy book. That's why Jesus was waiting for a chance to give the truth to the society. So one day the turning point came in his life. That is the ceremony, we call it as baptism. Baptism is nothing but an event or a ceremony that they'll do it in the Christianity, and when they do that ceremony, the person will be eligible for as a Christian and is eligible for teaching. So Baptist is the person who has done the baptism to the Jesus. So the Baptist is John, and baptism is a ceremony. So when he baptized, heavenly words came. That is, we call it as Asharira Vani. So nobody, only the voice will going to hear. That is, this is my beloved son, I love him. See, after this baptism, Jesus Christ started organizing the disciples. Disciples means, I told you that they are all the followers of Jesus. And here he organized nearly 12 disciples, and after organizing the disciples, he went from one place to the other place along with his disciples. So the 12 disciples whom he gathered, so for them we call it as apostles. After, when he go to the one place to the other place, what he used to do? He used to tell the moral stories to the people. See, stories are very much interested, and stories attract the people. Jesus also started telling the stories which have the moral, and the stories which consist of the moral, we call it as parables. Parables or the stories attracted the people. Then the gathering of the people also becoming more and more. Then Jesus started his teachings. So these are all the teachings of the Jesus Christ. The first one, there is only one God. I told you in the beginning only, Christianity is a monotheism, that is, they believe in only one God. And the second one is, to love God means to love and respect fellow human beings. See, God is nowhere. We do not have to go in search of God anywhere. So we can see the God in, if we respect our fellow human beings. Third one is, all men are equal. See, this is there is no difference between the rich or poor or boy or the girl. So all men are equal. This is what we observe in the society, and almost in all the countries also they are following this one only. The next teaching is treat others in the same way as you would want them to treat you. See, we expect many things from others like respect or appreciation, all that. But at the same time, we have to think that even we have to show the respect and we have to appreciate the small works from the others. And the next teaching is a sinner can also get God's blessing if he repents for his wrong deeds. A sinner can also get God's blessings if he repents for his wrong deeds. A sinner here means it's a person who has done the mistake or he has done anything wrong. So he will also get the God's blessing because God is a forgiver, and if the sinner repents, if he accepts his mistakes, naturally God is a forgiver. He will going to forgive even the sinner. Next teaching is we should love our neighbors, the poor, the sinners, and even our enemies. We should love our neighbors, the poor, the sinners, and even our enemies. So it is, see, loving our neighbors, okay, poor will do it, and the sinners also will accept, but even our enemies, this is a very difficult task. But once we start loving the neighbors or the poor or the sinners or the even our enemies, naturally we'll get the ultimate satisfaction. The next teaching is we should help the needy and do good even to those who harm us. We should help the needy and do good even to those who harm us. See, here we should not ill-treat any others, or we should not discriminate others. We have to help the needy and we have to do good even to those who harm us. So here it is, we should not think that we have to provide an opportunity for them to change. So we have to help the needy. And the next thing is we should not be greedy, jealous, and arrogant. So greedy, that is, God has given us much, but still we expect more. That is the greediness. We are no satisfaction at all how much ever we get. That is the greediness. And jealous. If somebody achieves something, then we feel jealous. Arrogant, that is the disrespecting certain things. So these are all the human tendency automatically will going to develop, but Jesus has told long back only that we should not be greedy, jealous, and arrogant. So these things will not improve us. That's why we have to avoid. And the next teaching is we should not repay evil with evil, but we should love even the evil doer. We should not repay evil with evil, but should love even the evil doer. See, it is not tit for tat. So we have to help them so that they will also come out of their mistakes. Here in this lesson, you are going to observe that the important things, that is the parables, baptism, and apostles, and the teachings. And now the last part, that is the assignment part. Take this seriously and complete the things. So this is first question answering the things. Who is a monotheist? Name the two parts of the Bible. Where did Jesus Christ born? List the teachings of the Jesus Christ. Thank you.